Good evening and welcome wherever you are and however you're watching or listening to this broadcast. We are eminently grateful for your support. I'm Hayden Larson on the call for you here tonight. You are watching Sacramento Gold at Napa Valley 1839 in this presentation of the quarterfinal round of the playoffs in the National Premier Soccer League's Golden Gate Conference. Let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff bracket. These are the games happening in the conference this weekend. Your other three games are as follows. The Oakland Stompers staying in their city to play their crosstown rival Oakland Soccer Club. The Sonoma Soul on the road in San Francisco to play El Farolito. And FC Davis on the road to play San Ramon FC. So you can see that the winner of this game will play against the winner of the two Oakland teams, either the Stompers or FC. And on the other side of the bracket will be the winner of San Francisco and Sonoma against the winner of San Ramon and Davis.
Bringing the wind to the stadium tonight.
Home field advantage clears away after this round, so there's not a lot of clarity about where the next games will be played. Don't know where the semifinals will be. Sort of a scheduling quirk. We'll probably talk about it more as the broadcast goes on. You'll have to follow us on all our social media for coverage of that. Let's talk about this game in particular. Sacramento Gold at Napa Valley 1839. This will be the third time that these two meet this season. Napa completed a regular season sweep of Sacramento, defeating them in Sacramento on April 22nd, 3-1, and then defeating them in Napa on June 3rd, 2-1. So that was less than a month ago, just by a couple of days. They played a really close game here in Napa. Both of these teams looking to get to an all-important semifinal in consecutive years. Both Napa and Sacramento made it to the semifinal last year. In fact, Sacramento were your champions. One of them will be bitterly disappointed to be knocked out tonight in this first round of the playoffs, the quarterfinal. The image you're about to see on your screen is courtesy of the National Premier Soccer League. You're looking at all the leading goal scorers in the country. These are nationwide totals, and look at that. Napa Valley 1839's own Dario Pavone leads the nation in goal scoring. And he has a nice little lead as well. Of course, the West is ahead of the East by just a couple of games, so there are players who have a game in hand or two. But as it stands, Dario Pavone sits at 14 goals scored in just 9 games, according to the National Premier Soccer League. So let's discuss the lineups for these two teams. We do have some late breaking news to give you. Oscar Ortiz is questionable to be in this game. We don't know if he's going to be fit. Picked up an injury, undisclosed injury last game just a week ago against the Cal Odyssey. We don't know if Oscar Ortiz will be in this game, and that is a big impact. We do know Oscar Ortiz is not going to start, and he's a big part of their offense. Let's go ahead and take a look at 1839's lineup. This is the starting lineup. Big changes compared to last time around. In for Oscar Ortiz, at least to start, will be Arjun Dosanjh. And back in the starting lineup is right wing Ivan Saku, who was not available last week and is back just in time for the injured Ryan Kane. I have been told that it is considered likely that if Oscar Ortiz can't go tonight, he will be fit if 1839 win and make it to the semifinals. It would be their third consecutive semifinal, but they have to win tonight. I believe 1839 strategically, with this lineup that we've been given today, strategically believe they can beat Sacramento with speed and quickness. It's how they scored their first goal that way a month ago here in Napa, and that's how they want to attack Sacramento here again today. Miguel Lara last week, he'll be on the bench. He had 2 great assists, but starting Arjun Dosanjh, Coach Mark is signaling he wants to turn this into a track meet. He wants his players to be able to get in behind. You already know Sal Gomez and Paris Martins. Let's go ahead and take another look at the starting lineup. Take a look. Sal Gomez and Paris Martins were full screen. This is the formation where you will see your left back Sal Gomez and your right back Paris Martins really help orchestrate the attack. with speedy sideline runs, overlapping combinations, and of course on one hand they're going to miss Oscar Ortiz. He and Sal Gomez together were a big headache for Sacramento on that left side. It was Sacramento's right. Ortiz, Gomez, Dario Pavone in particular have been combining really well. But Dosanjh can really move too, and starting Dosanjh tells me here 1839 want this to be a track meet. I mean, 1839 can throw any one of these guys at you any moment. One moment the ball is in 1839's territory, the next it's flying over your head, it's landing at the feet of somebody making a run behind your defense. And with this lineup, it could be anybody. It could be Ivan Saku. It could be Arjun Dosanjh. It could be Dario. And look at this. It could be Paris Martins or Sal Gomez.
Hot chocolate in the concessions.
We don't always have a lot of time to talk about this on the broadcast. We should spend more time talking about it. 1839 legitimately have 3 players lining up defensively who could play on the attacking wing. But they can get up and down the field so fast, and they're so effective on defense. And then they'll catch somebody by surprise. So 1839, they can deploy Paris Martins at right back. And not only do you have an elite defender, but you have somebody who can absolutely fly, and he can set up and score goals for your team. Not every team has even one of those guys. 1839 have at least 3, and Paris Martins, Sal Gomez, and Jerry Mendoza. No doubt they'll feature heavily in this game. One more thing to look at. Let's take one last look. This is your starting lineup for Napa Valley 1839. The reason this formation is it's built for this attacking style of play. Look at the center of your defensive midfield positioning of Javier Alcadia. You'll see him located centrally, and when he has the ball at his feet, this is pretty much where he'll be commonly. Right at the center, sending the ball forward, sending the ball back to Sam Henneberg, Alvaro Carreras, Carlos Manzana Ayala. But what Javier is going to do off the ball is cover Paris Martins and Sal Gomez when they get forward. This gives 1839 a lot of flexibility to, like I said, blitz any one of these guys, even the guys who are on that defensive line, but not be left exposed when 1839 lose possession. And those are just a few of the things we'll be watching for in this game. We're going to take a quick reaction. We just got Sacramento's roster, and it's your heavy hitters who were here for Sacramento last time around. I mean, these are the players that featured most prominently for Sacramento a month ago here in Napa. I mean, Nicholas Potts. Fernando Venegas is the forward. He scored the penalty that was given up by goalkeeper Cluis. Al-Hassan Al-Sakadi had a great game for his team, Sacramento. Cody Duff and the Mole brothers, Preston and Joshua. I mean, these are some of your heaviest hitters. Now, I will say what's interesting on this roster, Sacramento are missing their veteran player, Cardona. I think Cardona might have played the full 90 minutes. And that's veteran leadership that you will miss if you're Sacramento. Not sure what his absence will mean for Sacramento. He's a serious impact player. And I know I said one last look at the starting lineup. Let's throw it on the screen one final time so we can recap the starting lineup of 1839. 4 changes being made compared to 1 month ago when they beat Sacramento 2-1. Oscar Ortiz is out for the moment. Not sure if he'll even be on the bench or not. In his place, you see Arjun Dosanjh. He's lining up in that left wing's position. Another change, Carlos Manzana Ayala has emerged as the starting keeper. Cluis started last month against Sacramento. Now it will be Carlos Manzana Ayala. Sal Gomez is back, starting at left back. Jerry Mendoza on the bench, as you see. He'll certainly feature in this game at some point off the bench. And Javier Alcadia is in the starting lineup. Remember, he was out on suspension due to a red card from the previous game and missed the game a month ago against Sacramento. Well, that's the pregame. We're fast approaching kickoff in tonight's game. We want to thank everyone who helped make this pregame show possible. Special thanks for the photos you saw by Dave Mosher and Don Lex. Graphics presented by Bridge Sports Media. And also JP Castillo on the camera and graphic presentation. We're going to take a very short break before we get you back out onto the field, onto the pitch for this, the quarterfinal in the National Premier Soccer League. Golden Gate Conference, Sacramento Gold at Napa Valley 1839, coming to you live from Dodge Stadium. Really quick break, we'll get you back out onto the field. You'll hear actually on the stadium PA making the announcements introducing the players, and then the Star Spangled Banner this holiday weekend. Special football coming up. We'll be right back.
1839 FC. Tonight's officials, assistant referees, Evan Gallegos, Eduardo Hernandez, fourth official, Ivan Sikovic, and center official, Jamie Padilla. And now introducing the starting lineup for Sacramento Gold FC. Number 19, Gennaro Alfaro. Number 13, Christopher Christian. Number 9, Cody Duff. Number 1, Hector Grajeda. Number 98, Brandon Gutierrez. Number 18, Anthony Herrera. Number 22, Michael Mazzoni. Number 16, Preston Mall. Number 15, Amabi Okuga. Number 7, Nicholas Potts. And number 25, Fernando Venegas. Green Army, let's make some noise for your 1839 FC starting 11. Number 3, Sal Gomez. Number 16, Sam Hennenberg. Number 4, Alvaro Carreras. Number 2, Paris Martin. Number 8, Javi Alcaria. Number 19, Victor Cascon. Number 23, Luis Velasco. Number 17, Arjan Dozan. Number 10, Dario Pavan. And number 15, Ivan Saku. Coaching staff for Napa Valley 1839 FC. Assistant coaches Rogelio Ochoa and Ben Solomon. Head coach Mark Corbett. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest on the field tonight. Please welcome Cam Gilgallen, who will be singing the national anthem. Cam is a junior at Vintage High School here in Napa. All rise, please, for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well done. Thank you, fans. Good luck to both teams. Game on, everyone.
Oh, a very special thank you to Cam Gilgallen for that beautiful rendition of our great country's national anthem. This on a special holiday weekend to celebrate the 4th of July. Very special weekend in Napa because of a quarterfinal game set to be played. It's the Sacramento Gold at Napa Valley 1839.
For Napa 1839 FC tonight, Carlos Ayala.
For those of you just joining us, thank you very much wherever you are and however you're watching or listening. We are grateful for your support. I'm Hayden Larson on the call. Moments away from action. This will be the third time that Sacramento and Napa play this season. 1839, they won both games in the regular season, completed the sweep. But Sacramento, they know all that matters is who wins this game, because the winner of this game are on to the semifinals in the NPSL's Golden Gate Conference playoffs. Regular season over, playoffs are on. $18.39, of course, wearing their home classics, green and white. Sacramento wearing white and blue. We are mere moments away from kickoff. Sacramento will begin the game with the ball. There's Dario Pavone in your frame. He's the leading goal scorer for Napa Valley 1839. He leads in goals scored in his conference, and that's because he's the leading goal scorer across the entire nation. Dario Pavone will feature heavily in this game. This is Fernando Venegas, number 25, to Christopher Christian. Both of those players featured heavily a month ago in what was the second meeting between these two teams here in Napa, where 1839 won a close game, 2 goals against 1. That was a powerful shot. Early action. It's a through ball for Velasco, but it was just on the wrong side. Venegas gets it back to his keeper, Hector Grajeda, who clears it away. This is Alvaro Carreras. Lets it fall to Sam Henneberg. Here's the first touch of the game for Sal Gomez, number 3. Henneberg gonna switch it to Alvaro, who's gonna send it back to Sam. Paris Martin's looking for his first touch. In that right back position. Already your first attacking run by left wing back Sal Gomez. You're gonna see a lot of that. That's the game plan. Oh, Paris Martins in pursuit there. It's Brandon Gutierrez who kept possession. Tough to keep up with Paris Martins, but Gutierrez did there. Christopher Christian to Venegas. There's Venegas to Michael Mazzoni. It's now with Christopher Christian. He was a hard man to beat at the back for Sacramento a month ago. Not an easy task for 1839 again here tonight. Potts was frustrated in the previous game a month ago. So close to scoring goals. He didn't end up scoring one. Nicholas Potts and Cody Duff both looked potent, but couldn't find the finishing product. 1839 were too strong to break down. Only scoring on a penalty earned by Fernando Venegas. Long spell of possession, just 3 minutes played. Sacramento have had more of the ball. Easy clearance by Carreras, but it's gonna fall back with Sacramento. Christopher Christian, much like Alvaro Carreras, strong and tall. Really hard to beat. Now Sacramento, they have a high line. There's Christian backing up just a little bit. I mean, that's how they allowed the first goal against 1839. High line, and then 1839 got in behind. It was Manny Maravilla to Jerry Mendoza to Dario Pavone. Closer to the end of the first half last month.
I hear the Green Army drums down there. Let's make a little noise.
1839 looking for some possession of their own. Very important. One of the other changes to this lineup, Carlos Manzana Ayala has started the past 2 or 3 games, emerged as the starter for this team. It was Alex Cluis who was rotated in to start on June 3rd. Here's Javier Alcadia. Did not get to play against Sacramento a month ago because he was out on suspension for accumulating yellow cards the previous game. So while Oscar Ortiz is missing, Javier Alcadia is a welcome sight back. A little miscommunication, but it works out. Ball falls to Nicholas Potts. This is for Duff. Duff's gonna come up with it, but he's not got any space. Let's go forward. Still with the ball. Ball with Christian again. Oh, and it's little mishits like that. Dario was not too far away. Nothing to worry about yet. High arcing cross over the left side. Harris Martins and Ivan Saku are there. Dos Sanj was in pursuit. This is Venegas. Dario Pavone trying to close. Christopher Christian now with the ball. Directing traffic. Ball through, but it's intercepted by Javier Alcadia. Falls back with Sacramento. That was Michael Mazzoni on the ball. Oh, it's Venegas still. This is Amobi Okugo. Or no, ball still with Venegas. Now Christopher Christian. Lots of possession for Sacramento. This is a little different. One of the things we saw in the previous game, and no other team had really frustrated 1839 like this. Sacramento were able to trap 1839 with the ball, but in their own half. This is crossed in, but it's too high.
Crossed there by Sacramento Gold FC.
So far, Sacramento have not been trapped. They're possessing the ball in 1839 territory most of the time. 1839 haven't seen much of the ball, so we're not sure how they're going to possess it yet. Not a bad start for the Sacramento Gold. This thrown in by Sal Gomez, and it goes for Dario Pavone, but it's falls all the way to Carlos Manzana Ayala. Thought about a quick restart, but he hangs on. Seven minutes gone. Lots of possession for Sacramento, and look, they are pretty high. Javier's gonna come back. Yeah, Javier Alcadia is back. Sacramento are pretty high, but there's a lot of space. Trying to counter 1839's speed. A lot of space in the middle. You have Dosanjh, Dario Pavone, Ivan Saku, even Paris Martins up along that defensive line, looking to make runs. It's a delicate dance to stay on sides. Oh, this is intercepted. It was a poor pass from Javier Alcadia. Works out, runs all the way to the goalkeeper who's just going to clear it. Dario Pavone there. Ball back with Alcadia. It's going to go out of bounds for a Sacramento gold throw. It was intercepted initially by Potts. Oh, Velasco does enough to keep that in bounds, but it falls to Sacramento. Sacramento throw now. It's Christopher Christian on the ball. Players covering as Christian gets forward. Oh, well intercepted and picked up. Javier Alcadia was there to break it up, and it's a good thing he was. Sacramento had made a fair bit of progress. Paris Martins thought about firing for somebody, opts to send it to Ivan Saku. Oh, Saku breaks it up, and Saku's there somehow. Oh, but it's a foul. Free kick, Sacramento. Back to Christian for Venegas now. Gascon to Paris Martins, Javier Alcadia. Yeah, Sacramento with the press. Maybe it is a bit of a nervous start. Sam Henneberg thought about it, sends it back to Javier Alcadia. Look at Javier. That's the type of coverage he'll provide. Oh, Paris Martins does well to win the ball, but they say it's a throw for Sacramento. 1839 disagree. Oh, it's Javier Alcadia. All the way back to Carlos Manzana Ayala. This is Sam Henneberg. Switching it to Alvaro Carreras. Javier moving to cover, and it's going to be Javier Alcadia. Very safe from 1839. Henneberg sends it back to Alcadia once again. This is Gascon, who loses at 1839 in trouble. Oh, Sacramento wide open, but Anthony Herrera blasts it over the bar. It's officially nervous start. 1839 have to be careful. Just a bit tentative. Bailed out by a panicked shot by Anthony Herrera of Sacramento.
And a long pass.
Long pass. Dosanjh in the area. Gonna fall for the keeper's just gonna blast it, play it safe. So 1839 have possession high up the field for the first time in probably 10 minutes. What it feels like. There's Sal Gomez. Sal Gomez not sure where to go, and it's given away again. Oh, Sacramento break. Oh, Sacramento on the ball. Once again getting possession is Manola Pina. Oh, here's Nicholas Potts. Making a run is Gennaro Alfaro. Oh, 1839 win the ball back. This is Luis Velasco. Oh, just gets around number 22, Michael Mazzoni. Saku for Velasco. Dario is wide. Goes to Dario. This Dario Pavone. Oh, it's just a long, optimistic shot. Way too much traffic. Keeper should have had it covered anyway. But Dario Pavone, certainly the expert on goal scoring in terms of subject material. The leader of the nation, Dario Pavone. 14 goals to his name. Leads the entire NPSL across the country. Gomez ballin' and Dario was there, but Christopher Christian intercepts. 1839 putting some pressure of their own, and it's behind Sal Gomez from Cascone. Victor Cascone. Mistake 1839, but Sacramento still have to break out. A month ago, Sacramento also had a tough time breaking out of their own half. We'll see if 1839 can put the same press. Sacramento certainly did to start this game. 1839 have had a hard time in possession. Looking a lot better right now. This is Javier Alcadia from Luis Velasco to Dario Pavone on miscommunication. Dosange recovers it for 1839. Was Dario to Velasco. This intercepted now too. It was Potts. Intercepted by Sam Henneberg. Oh, and it's a nice pass. Paris Martins. Paris Martins in the box. Gonna send it to Cascone, but it's too far. Sacramento okay. In the past 5 minutes, this game is really opened up. That's Nicholas Potts. Alfaro to Venegas. Christopher Christian. Oh, Christopher Christian thought about sending it along. Opts to keep possession. Why not? It worked for his team so far. Set up a great opportunity for number 18, Anthony Herrera. Blasted it over the bar. Really let 1839 off the hook. That was tentative from Christian. They barely hang on, but wide open is Alfaro on this far right side of Sacramento's formation. Ball going to be picked up, though, by 1839. This is Velasco from Dario Pavone. Luis Velasco turns on the Jets. Gonna have a hard time getting around, but this is a perfect ball to Dario Pavone, just past him. Oh, 1839. Keep the ball, though. It's Javier Alcadia. This is Paris Martins. Ivan Saku. Cascone making a little run. Saku opts to keep it, give it to Paris Martins. It's gonna be Javier Alcadia on the ball again. Javi. Oh, through all the way to Dario, but it bounces off and it's a foul. Free kick 1839, and it's in a potent, dangerous spot. Christopher Christian disagrees. It's somehow an even bigger crowd this week than last week here. No surprise. Playoff atmosphere.
But 1839 FC setting up for the free kick.
1839 putting on a show along with the Sacramento Gold. This has been a good game. Just about 16 minutes played. Henneberg having a talk with Paris Martins. Oh, standing over the ball is Dario Pavone, along with Sal Gomez. A number of different ways they could go. They could go set piece, they could go cross, they could go shot. It's Dario Pavone, and it's a shot, and it's a save by Hector Grajeda. Saku wants it to go out for a corner, and it does. It's going to be a corner kick for 1839. What a shot. From the national leading goal scorer, Dario Pavone. This is Sal Gomez for 1839 in and short for Dario Pavone. This is a set piece. Sal looking to cross. It might have been a shot. Way over the bar. Either way, and it'll be a goal kick for Hector Grajeda, who just had a great save to keep his team level. I think any shot saved against Dario Pavone is a special one. Hector Grajeda to blast this thing away, and he does. In the area is number 9, Cody Duff. Oh, and it lands well for Brandon Gutierrez. Sacramento win the second and third ball, and here they are in possession. Christians and Venegas. Nicholas Potts back to Venegas. 1839 applying a little bit of pressure of their own. Not quite as aggressive as Sacramento. So long ball. Optimistic in. That was Anthony Herrera in the area. Just couldn't connect. Oh, this is intercepted. The clearance intercepted by Gennaro Alfaro. Oh, that's Gennaro back to Michael Mazzoni. Velasco dodges his man. This is Luis Velasco. Good game for him. Luis Velasco. Lots of speed. Forced off the ball by Venegas, but it's still Velasco in possession for 1839. It was Dosanjh. Kind of a cross. Probably intended for Pavone or Saku. Oh, and this is blasted away out of bounds. Just going to concede a throw. Thrown in quickly by Paris Martins to Javier Alcadia. Javi going to send it into the middle for Sal Gomez. Look at Sal Gomez. Good enough to be a positionless player. Sal Gomez in the middle of the field at the moment. Oh, Paris Martins up the wing. It's Paris Martins with a chance. Pavone into the middle. It's Dario. Oh, and it's a push in the back. Referee says play on. Sacramento with a chance to counterattack, but they slow it down. It's Anthony Herrera just trying to hang on to the ball. Connected with Gutierrez. Back to Herrera. Now this is going to be with Amobi Okugo. Venegas looking for an outlet. 1839 not pressing aggressively. Dropping into position. Keeping a nice, clean formation. Going to be really hard to penetrate. Really hard to penetrate indeed. It's Venegas. Michael Mazzoni. And Mazzoni still. Alfaro. Cuts it in and it's intercepted, but it lands back for Alfaro. It's still Sacramento. It's Nicholas Potts. Closed down by Arjun Dosanjh, and it'll be a Sacramento throw.
If anybody's found a necklace, we have a necklace that we're looking for. It says Tessa on it, so it will be hard to play it off that it's yours unless your name is Tessa. So if you find it, please bring it to the concession stand and we can give it back to the person looking.
This is Venegas. Knocked away strongly by Paris Martins. Connects with the head of Luis Velasco, but it falls back for Venegas again. Pressured by Dario Pavone, surrounded, but Venegas finds an outlet. It's Amobi Okugo. Gonna send it over to the other side. Sacramento still on the ball. That's Preston Mole. Number 16. This is a long shot. Well wide. Ayala barely moved for it.
Let's make a little noise, Napa. It's not too early.
There is some news. Oscar Ortiz was on the field during warm-ups, and he was dressed for football, I should say. He was in his kit, so he could be on the bench. Of course, this is playoffs. This is a knockout round, so penalties are a possibility. But right now, 1839 thinking about winning this game in regulation. It's Dario Pavone and Arjun Dosanjh. Oh, through the legs of Dosanjh. Christopher Christian may have gotten a little lucky on that. Cleared away to the middle of the field, intercepted by Javier Alcadia. Still Javi. Oh, Javier sends it back to Sam Henneberg. Over the head of Cody Duff to Paris Martins. Oh, Paris grabbed. So strong, and he gets a little lucky there. Almost intercepted. Sam Henneberg. Sal Gomez cross in. Oh, well knocked.